Discipline is bonding. Children want to know boundaries. They want to know where is that line, and if they cross it, what will happen, and why. Why is it not okay to cross that line? We parents have to clarify every day, every week, sometimes for years. Is 250 times enough? Is 1,000 times enough? We don't know. We want them to internalize it in their head and in their heart. Whatever it takes. Parents can give rewards, give consequences, but don't give up. We want to meet the children's physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual dimensions of their being. We have that dimension. We want to meet that for the children. Win over their minds, win over their hearts. First, physical rewards. Stickers! Everybody loves stickers. This is a chart that my children use when they earn stickers for helping others or helping around the house. Every time they open the door for a stranger, every time they sweep the floor, empty the dishwasher, take the recycling out to the bin out near the garage, they get a sticker.
I like to mop, and I also like to play on the trampoline, and my mom is taking a video of me.
Okay, get to work. Good job. Look at her get those corners. Wow, Bella, let that mop go. Cinderbella.
Mom!
Or maybe for 10 minutes of work if we're doing a longer session of cleaning. Delegate, delegate, delegate. It helps me so much, and my husband, when we have to do the work, that our 6-year-old and our 4-year-old are working alongside us, because then they're busy, they're happy, they want to be productive members of the house, but they complain. And that's what parents are for. We teach our children how to work. My daughter plays piano. She sings. Both of them do. We prepare in the wintertime for concerts for the nursing home. That's our family ministry. In order to do that, though, my daughter plays piano about 4 times a week. And to motivate her, I'll promise to take her rock climbing or skating. I'll pay for her lessons. So she learns 1 song, I'll take her rock climbing to the gym we already pay a membership at. If she learns 3 songs, I'll pay for 8 weeks of skating lessons. Whatever they love, whatever takes more work or a little extra motivation for parents to have to do or take them to would work to help them build up discipline to work harder. When they eat at the table and they find something they really particularly don't like.
I don't want to eat that.
We offer candy, but we don't just throw the candy at them and say, here you go, eat your supper and we'll give you this. Children need step-by-step motivation, especially 4-year-olds. So we say, here you go. You can't touch this, we'll put it on the table. We'll get a little closer to you if you take a bite. But if you fool around and you're not eating and we have to ask you to eat, then it gets closer to us. And usually her daddy. If it gets too close to her daddy, then he eats it. And you have to follow through with what you tell them. So you have to eat it at least once in the month or years that this works for you. You have to follow through with what you tell them, because they know that you will eat it and then they'll eat their supper. However, if it gets close to them, of course, they get to eat it. Finally, either when their supper's done or when a small portion of that is done. Second, mental rewards. Borrow books from the library, borrow CDs, DVDs. They want to go to their room and just have a quiet time. It's so good for them. But in order to do that, they need something to look forward to. So we keep lots of new books and CDs in their room so they can read and listen. But sometimes mommy and daddy need quiet time, or just me at home during the day. And that's when I let them watch movies or TV or DVDs rented from the library, so I can just go do my thing, especially when my baby's napping. Read every night to them. They love it. It's time to be close to their mom and dad. Get those books out. However, if you're reading every night to them, a great way to motivate them to get ready for bed on time and to stop fooling around is to say, I'm sorry, you're not done by 8:30 or 9 o'clock or whatever their bedtime is. You're not done getting ready. You lost your story time. Next time, do it faster. And you guarantee you, they like that time with their mom and dad, and they will do that, and they're interested in the books. Third, emotional rewards. Physical, mental, emotional. Play games with them. My 4-year-old loves to sit. We play Uno, and that's part of her preschool time. I try to make preschool fun. So we play Uno, and she has to learn her numbers in order to play. And she loves that time with her mummy, just one-on-one playing games. Develop a friendship with them. Smile, laugh. Let them see you laugh. Let them know that you care, and just listen to what their thoughts are. Even if their thoughts seem random and unimportant, it's important to them. And so try to listen and repeat what they say and try to get something from what they're saying.
One time I saw a movie about Twilight Sparkle getting back her crown. Sunset Shimmer stole it and he went into a different world. Twilight Sparkle never been there before. It took a little while for her to get used to that place.
Why did Sunshine Shimmer steal the crown?
Because he wanted to be the queen and make everyone listen to her instead of Twilight Sparkle. And Twilight Sparkle is the one who should have the crown because she's a princess.
Oh, well, who's the Shimmer pony?
He's...
Why did she want... Is it a he or she?
She.
Why did she want the crown if she's not the princess?
Because she was jealous, and she wanted to be the princess that everyone should listen to.
Wow. Children, try if they can look forward to spending time with an adult. Compliment their behavior. Maybe their drawing. Say, hey, good job. Catch them doing something right. Children also need peer friendships. One way I encourage my daughter to behave well at school is to say, if you go 5 days or 1 month, whatever it takes for your child to not have to get into any trouble at all from the teacher, I'll arrange for a play date with your cousin or with your friend, and something a little extra that the parent has to do.
I like it when my mom plays with me on the trampoline.
Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Pray with your children. My daughters calm down at night when I spend time in their room talking or singing. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. And I just pray that whatever the worries are of the day, whether they have colds, allergies, even my one daughter had a heart condition that was healed, I just pray over anything. If my daughter comes home from school and seems upset, I say, God, I'm not at school. I don't know what she's upset about, and she doesn't seem to be able to tell me or have the vocabulary to explain what happens all the time in her daily interactions with all the children at school. So I pray, and I thank God for the healings, and I thank God for His wisdom, and I thank God, I teach them to be thankful for even the little simple things we have, like food and shelter and aunts and uncles and cousins and friends. God's presence becomes a reality to them when we give time to God to pray for these little details. God, give Mommy the wisdom to know what to do right now, to know what to say. I don't really know. And say it out loud, admit to them, but that there's a higher power that can help us. And then be open to the good ideas that might pop into our head. So these are positive rewards: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. What about the negative? The consequences. we need to help strengthen that and give them some self-control. And it's all about winning over their mind and getting them to think. You're going to teach, getting them to think to do what's right on their own. Because that's what we eventually want, is for them to think and to want to do what's right. First, physical consequences. Time outs. Popular? I love timeouts because by the time I have to discipline them, I'm usually frustrated that I have to do something, and if I can just get them to another room, they calm down, I calm down. After 4-year-old, 4 minutes, 3-year-old, 3 minutes, 6-year-old, 6 minutes, 1 year for every age. Then I can talk to them. I can say, what, did you do that? Can you say sorry to your sister? Can you say sorry to your mommy? What do you say?
I'm sorry, Mom, for telling lies. I'm sorry, Mom, for telling you I don't like that.
Oh, I love you, Selene. Spanks are good if you're short on time, or they did something worse and they deliberately disobeyed, or they made a bad decision and they knew it was wrong. But not in anger. It's just much better. They're not bitter. If you just say, hey, look, I think you should really get a spank for this. Do you agree? My kids agree with me. They don't ever say, that they want one. Sometimes we joke about that, and that kind of makes it a little more lighthearted and helps the friendship, even though parents have to do something hard. Prized possessions. You can take them away. It's okay. My daughter, she has a theory, no teddy bear left behind. That's her motto. All the teddy bears in the house have to be on her bed. But if she's not behaving herself, I might take teddy bears away. We might take movies away. Maybe no movies for 4 days. Parents have to give food, water, shelter, protection, but beyond that, toys are not a right. They are a privilege. Extracurricular activities is not a right. It is a privilege. If my daughters aren't behaving for piano lessons or sewing lessons, then they also don't get ballet. I have to remember that it's a privilege. And what's most important is their character, is helping to win over their mind and their heart to try to do what's right. Mental consequences. I love talking torture. If they do something wrong and we have to be in the van, if we're out in public and we get back in the van, I'll talk about it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Who did you offend? What would this person be thinking of? I'll think of every angle possible to talk to them about what they did wrong so that they understand. Teach, teach, teach. Talk, talk, talk. Explain, explain, explain. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. Find out what's on their mind. Maybe you misunderstand them. But we always try to reassure them that we love them. It's like there's this constant love that goes deep below the ocean. And we correct, they make mistakes, we correct, and they're back on track. They make mistakes, we correct, and we get back on track. But there's that love. They always need to know that unconditional love is there. Emotional and spiritual consequences, the list is pretty short. I can take away the fun, make only work, only silence. But kids need hugs.
Love you, Celine. I love you, Bella. Aww.
No insults, just constant reminders. Just don't give up. Don't give up. Keep reminding, keep teaching, keep explaining. You want to win the mind, you want to win the heart. Spiritual, they just need unconditional love. Children grow up bitter, angry, selfish, hurt, when they don't have that stability of firm love, both from God and their parents or caretakers. They need that stability to become mature, to become virtuous adults. And so don't be afraid to discipline. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Give them rewards. Give them consequences. One thing I forgot to mention with the spiritual rewards, an artist, my aunt, painted this picture of my sister. So it's very consoling for the children to see that their aunt is with Jesus. That when grandmother dies, she's with Jesus. Grandfather, Grandpa Audie, they're with Jesus. And very consoling to know that they will meet again. And then my children, should tragedy come, I feel they're more prepared for that. They're more comfortable with that. Don't give up. We can give them rewards, we can give them consequences, but ultimately it's all about teaching to win the mind and the heart. Discipline to win the mind and the heart. Repeat to win the mind and the heart. Discipline is bonding.
Love you, Celine. I love you, Bella. Aww.